Oh, dear Lord.
That intro may have been exaggerated, but what parts of my videos aren't? Rhetorical question, let's move on. So what are we gonna cover today? Perhaps short playtime, coddling gameplay, zero puzzles, and barely any Nemesis interactions? Yes, we're gonna be covering all of those. Resident Evil 3 was supposed to fill me with hours of fun, but sadly it did not. Which is bad timing, since the world has stopped thanks to this stupid virus. Speaking of, please be safe out there, wash your hands, and thank you to those essential stores staying open for us. Not you, GameStop, go home, you're drunk. How short is Remake 3? Well, let's just say I've made dinners that have taken longer. I've definitely taken showers longer than the game. This guy's torso was longer than the game. Okay, another exaggeration, but again, what part of my videos aren't? Remake 3 isn't bad. Okay, it's not a bad game. I enjoyed all 1 hour and 57 minutes of it. Sadly, that's not exaggerated. But those that played the original feel shortchanged, like me. I feel shortchanged, hence why I'm making this video. Right off the bat, you immediately notice that you're zipping through scenarios too quickly. What's the rush? Where are you going, Capcom? I don't understand. What are you doing? Why are you rushing? Alright, just for poops and giggles, let's time the interaction of this one character.
UBCS?
Yeah, careful. Come on, don't look at me like that, alright? I'm not infected.
Let's take care
No, wait, please!
What the f?
What the f is right, Joe? We couldn't give this guy a bit more screen time? How about running to your teammate Brad?
Dill? Over here!
I expected it to be some long, dramatic chapter of Nemesis chasing you two, the last surviving STARS members, in Raccoon City. No, instead, you see Brad for like, well, I don't know, 10 seconds, and then he gets bit, and then he turns later on. So, technically, if you think about it, Nemesis failed to do its one mission it was sent out to do, which was kill the remaining STARS members. Brad got bit by a zombie, and he sure as shit did not get Jill. Okay, so another thing that kind of irked me was that a lot of things that made the original fun was gutted out of this version. Like the decision making. Remember that? I always thought that was cool, but nope, that is gone. Capcom did a decent job with remaking the second one, with keeping it somewhat true to the original storyline and locations. But this third one feels like it should have been a DLC. A free DLC. Yeah, I said it, free. The Spider-Man DLC was longer, and it sure as shit did not cost me $60. So Nemesis interactions. There are more Nemesis interactions in the cutscenes than the actual gameplay. You see him here and there yelling stars or whatever, then poof, he mutates and the game is basically 90% over. Nothing like the original where he would stalk you countless times to the point you're like a nervous wreck playing the game. Also, side note, if you have a grenade, you could take out Nemi with one hit, unless you're playing the game in nightmare mode, which, by the way, I highly recommend. The defense in Remake 2 is gone. It's been replaced with the roll evade, which was in the original game. And honestly, it's easier to do it here than the original game. I remember playing it and I would just do it by mistake, or it wouldn't work at all. It was very confusing. This time, not so much, it's easier to do. I'm not sure why they took out the other defense. Perhaps it would have made the game too easy, or maybe too short. Yeah, too short. The puzzles in the game, non-existent, which I kind of figured since Capcom kept smashing in our heads that this game's gonna be more action-based, which should have raised some red flags for me. But, as usual, I like to give Capcom the benefit of the freaking doubt. The coddling in this game is beyond obvious. With the 10,000 save rooms you run into, I swear, there is a save room in every other room. Not to mention the good amount of ammo and health you get right around boss battles or during boss battles. And let's not forget checkpoints. Why bother having a typewriter to save the progress? It feels like this process is outdated if you could do all these other things. Just put your system on rest mode and continue from your checkpoint later on. Like, you don't need to say that's just whatever. Okay, so I bashed the game pretty relentlessly, but there were some good things I enjoyed. For instance, when you took the role as Carlos, that was a nice addition to the storyline. And when you did get chased by Nemesis, it was terrifying and enjoyable and creepy. I wish there was more of that. Like I said, the game isn't bad, it's enjoyable. But the fact that the remake feels more like an arcade game with over-the-top moments than a well-told story is kind of disappointing. To sum this rant up, if you didn't play the original, then I believe you'll have more of an enjoyable time with this title. You don't know what you're missing, and ignorance is truly bliss right now. I will see you guys on the Resident Evil 4 remake. Hopefully they don't gut that one too much either. Thanks for watching. Peace.